Yep. Yeah. Hi guys. Good morning, all of you. Um, Anyone, guys? Can you please confirm? Is I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yep. Sorry for the late. Actually, today morning there was some internet issue. These Ganesh Namajan, these are happening, right? So due to that, some everyone is facing some issues. I think so. You also guys are facing. Yeah. Yes. Somebody has been seen some messages the recordings are either the it's going to be as of my point it's a post training as it's not generally from the time of starting, because from the time of starting it is going to be just a 6 months, means almost all the course is going to be 6 months of time, almost all. So it may not be 6 months of time, but I will confirm it once again, guys. I'll just check the mail also. I'll just check the mail and ask my team to correct that mail also. I think you guys has got some follow-up mail from our backend team. Okay. Uh, so guys, right, let's continue our the demo session. So still we are in the demos, right? So one more demo is there. So just we have another demos tomorrow. Maybe the final demo will take it. Maybe if it is possible, if it is required, I'll take a one more demo also, guys. Right. So I think the guys who joined the last couple of classes, who completed the last two demos, just a little bit technical understanding about what is data science. So data science is very simple, guys. So we use some kind of an if you see the definition of data science also. So go to the Google or go to the now ChatGPT or anything and ask what is data science. So data science is not about learning a programming language, guys. First of all, data science is not about learning a programming language. Then what exactly a data science is? A collection of techniques, guys. We see the definition of data science as it's like a multidisciplinary field. It's not like simple learning a language. So, for example, if you are learning Java, so you'll come learn Java. What are the concepts you have to understand in the Java? Learn it, develop the application, and finish off. Maybe, for example, if you're learning some tools, like for example, if you're learning some tools like Power BI, so come learn Power BI, learn how to develop, how to use Power BI for creating of dashboards. You're complete how to share the reports to your clients and all these things. Finish off. But data science is not like that. So data science is a multidisciplinary field where we are going to use multiple techniques. There are different methodologies. We are going to use some type of systems, and we are going to use various different types of we perform various processings, we perform them. Finally, our target is to get some insights from the data. The main target of data science is nothing but understanding the data, guys. Simply technically, if you speak about that, we say insights from the data. So sometimes we'll get the insights from the data from our side. Sometimes the data is very large. Then what we are going to do? Even some kind of a machine learning. Yesterday I discussed about that. So machine learning is also one kind of a technique we are going to use, guys. Machine learning is also one kind of a technique. So machine learning will help you to get the insights from the data, guys. But directly, if you feed the data to the machine, I said that there is going to be some kind of a process will be there. So we have to perform a lot of process. We have to do that. It's not directly. It is going to be something like yesterday, if you remember, just the guys who has attended yesterday's session. So yesterday in the last session, we given some age, we given some salary, and what is the other one, guys? Children, number of children, how many children. These are all the data related to some customers who has taken the loan from the bank, and what is going to be the status of the loan. I think I have taken. So the status of the loan is nothing but delayed, and the status of the loan is repaid. So I try to make the system to study like how the so which type of people are delaying the loan, which type of customers are repaying the loan. So yesterday we have seen some example, guys. For example, if salary is, I think I didn't remember correctly, but if salary is greater than 94 or 95, something data has came. I can show you the data also. If salary is more than or equal to 95K, so these people are delaying the loans. I, this is not the real data, guys, right? This is not a real scenario. I just given some data, whatever the data that came to my mind, I just entered the data. Machine has learned something from the data, but it may not be the correct insights when you go to the real applications. And when the salary is less than 95K also, some people delayed, some people repaid the loan. Who delayed the loan? The people who age is less than or equal to somewhere around 24 or something we got. So they delayed the loan. And the customers whose age is more than 24 years, they repaid the loans. Something like that, we got some insights. But in this particular example, the children didn't participated in the children column didn't participated in this particular decision. Only salary and only the age participated in the decision, but actually children is also there. So really the children is having that means the children, it's, I'll tell you later. Right now we cannot understand the concept there right now. So really having the children is having some dependency with the status. Is the really salary is having the dependency with the status? Is the age is having a dependency with the status? So we have to verify them, guys. We have to verify them. So as a data science expert or a machine learning expert, it is our responsibility, guys. So don't worry, I'm going to tell you a lot of things are there. It's not just like as simple as like yesterday what we discussed. Once if I start a decision tree algorithm, minimum 10 days it will take us to understand what is decision tree algorithm. Why? Because first time you are learning. So every point to point we have to discuss about that. Right. That is the reason it's not like that much easy like last class, whatever we done with the example in the last class, guys. So when you go to the real applications or when you go for the practical implementation, a lot of things are there. So there are some techniques are there. So there is going to be something called as an feature selection, and we are having something called as an feature extraction. So a lot of things are there. There is not that much easy, but we have to apply some kind of an. But the positive side is, so many of the people last class maximum, I try to clarify many of your questions, guys. Like, sir, maths is required. Yes, maths is required. But how much extent? I clearly shown you the example by applying some algorithm. I didn't written any formulas. We don't write any formulas, guys. Don't expect that we have to write the formulas. There is a lot of pen and paper work is there. So we have to write all the formulas. We have to memorize all the formulas. We don't do any such kind of a things, guys. We don't do any such kind of a things. We never do that. Okay. So just an example I'm saying about that. There is some technique called as a min-max scaling technique is there. It's a mathematical technique, guys. What is the technique name is? It's a min-max scaling. What is the main idea about min-max scaling here is just in a simple way. So what is min-max scaling? First of all, what is min-max scaling and why do you require min-max scaling? This is you have to understand. That is what we have to understand it. Okay, why? What is the need of performing min-max scaling? Okay, what is min-max scaling first of all, and why do you have to do that? Why I cannot explain it now because you cannot understand why the min-max scaling is required means I cannot explain now itself. We can't understand the point because once you go for the implementation, we'll understand it. So I'll tell you simple example, guys. For example, min-max scaling is nothing but it's like a scaling technique. Very interesting mathematical techniques we never thought about. Like these kind of an implementations will be done. What is min-max scaling will do is you take any range of data. For example, in a class of students, out of 100 marks, students has got some marks between 25 to, for example, 85. Some students marks are there, guys, in one subject. In another subject, guys, the students has got some marks between 42, for example, 95 or 90. In another student, in another subject, the students has got marks from 62, for example, something around 80, they got it. Just an example, I'm saying that. See, all the data is on a different range. 25 to 85, 40 to 90 in one subject, 60 to 80 in one subject. We are unable to compare them properly. See, a student who has got 85 in one subject, he is the highest. The student who got 90 in the second subject, he is the highest. A student who has got 80, he is the highest. But in one subject, it is 85, one subject, it is 90, one subject, it is 80. Finally, the student who has got the highest mark. So instead of that one, if we do the min-max scaling, any data will come to 0 to 1, guys. 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Now observe carefully the technique here now. In every subject who has got the 1, he's the highest. You don't need to say 85, 90, 80. That is what we call it as min-max scaling will do that. What is min-max scaling will do is, it will bring the minimum value to 0, maximum value will go to 1. Okay, so to bring, whenever we want to bring multiple scales of data into one common scale, we have to do some kind of technique called as an min-max scaling. Okay, so that is what min-max scaling will do. Why? Okay, this one. What is min-max scaling? Very simple. From every value, you have to subtract the minimum divided by maximum minus minimum. That is what we have to do that. For example, in the first subject, a student has got, let us say that 40 marks. So minimum is 25. So 40 minus 25 divided by maximum minus minimum. What is maximum? 85 minus 25. That is the one, guys. So it is going to be 15 divided by how much it will become? 70, right? Sorry, 2060. Right, sorry. 15 divided by 60, guys. It is indirectly 1 by 4, which is 0.25. Right? 40 minus 25 is 15. And 85 minus 25 is 60. So it is going to be 1 by 4, which is 0.25. But when it comes to the second one, it is going to be different case. A student, same student who has got 40 marks here now, 40 minus minimum is 40 divided by, which is 90 minus 40, it is going to be becomes. So that will become 0. So do you understood the point? So like that, we have to understand what is min-max scaling. But you learn all these things, right? Sir, then how do you implement it? Do you want to write the formula? No, guys. Yesterday I shown you that there is a library called as sklearn. That is what we call it as scikit-learn library will be there. In the scikit-learn library, directly there is a function will be there, guys. It is nothing but min-max scale function will be there. No need of writing a single line of code. Simply this function will be there. For example, this first subject marks are available in a variable called as M1. Simple M1 min-max scale of M1, min-max scale of M2, min-max scale of M3 over. So once if you've done this, automatically the scaling will be done automatically by the Python code only we are going to write it. Means we don't write any code. The Python function will be there. The function is going to take care about that. So hope you understood, guys. So what is min-max scaling? You have to understand. Why should I do the min-max scaling? We have to understand that, and how to perform that particular. So all these we have to understand it. But how to implement it? With the help of some Python code. So for that particular purpose only, you have to learn the Python. So many of the people thinks that even that point also I clarified yesterday, guys. So programmatically, you don't find any difficulty here. It's all about working with libraries. First of all, Python itself is a working with libraries, guys. You need not to write any coding. We need not to write any functionality. So there is a library called as sklearn. Simply you have to import that library. So simply we'll write like this, guys. From which is going to be sklearn dot it's a, yes, please.
Yeah. So will you teach like Python in this code?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
From scratch, right?
From scratch. I will tell you about what are those things in the today's session. I will discuss about them. The course curriculum and all these things I'll discuss about that. Yes.
Okay.
So see there from sklearn dot, there is a library. So I'll tell you later. Later we'll study about that. From sklearn dot, it is going to be from sklearn. There is something sub libraries will be there or sub modules will be there called as pre-processing. Simply we have to say import what is that function called as a min-max scale. That's it. Once if you know that, once if you import this, the min-max scale function is ready. So min-max scale of M1, min-max scale of M2, min-max scale of M3. Even if you don't know what is the formula for min-max scale also, no worries.
What made the God of
Why?
War
Because
break down in tears?
just why? Because you guys know that because the function is going to be the function is going to do the remaining things. So you guys need not to perform any such kind of an which is going to be any kind of an applications. We need not to do that. Okay, so that's it. So only if you know what is how to do that, even we need not to memorize them. There are so many libraries will be there that later one by one, with the help of regular practice and whenever you are working with regular, so many libraries will be there. sklearn is a main library. Inside that pre-processing, we use something called as n matrix. Apart from that, we are going to use model selection. So many different libraries we are going to use this. Basically, Python is all about working with modules only, guys. We don't write so much generally. Your expectation is nothing but the the people who are working on Python is very, they are having a good logical skills. They don't, they have some kind of an, they are smart guys. These Python people are very smart. Why? Because they know how to make the things to be done easily, but they don't write any code. Logically, there are not that much experts. Python people are Python experts who are working in Python. There are not that much good in writing some programmatical skills. You don't require that, guys. Why? Because everything is going to be done by the Python functions are going to do that. We need not to perform all those things, right? So that is all about the basic understanding about that. So I'll just tell you about I think just for a small time being. Anyhow, even if you have missed the last two classes or last class or anything, if anyone has joined for the today's class, so don't worry,
Just
our
a question.
backend team is going to. Yes,
Just
yes,
a question.
please. Yes, please.
Yeah, thanks to clarify, it's clear.
Mm, mm,
So the model and the module that you
mm,
are mentioning here, it's
mm.
nothing but the libraries that we'll be calling. Within the libraries, there are the methods or the functions or the algorithms that will be exactly used.
Yes,
That is the
yes,
concept, right?
yes. Your model is available as a, for example, if we want to implement a machine learning algorithm, that is also available as a function only. So, for example, if you want to implement decision tree, I'll say sklearn dot. It is nothing but I'll say tree import, which is going to be a decision tree classifier. So, decision tree classifier is which is nothing but a class for implementing a decision tree classifier. So decision tree classifier is machine learning algorithm. So if you want to implement it, there is a class called as a decision tree classifier inside the scikit-learn library. We have to implement them.
Okay, a scikit and the tree is also the library, and this decision tree classifier, it is a class,
It
and
is a class.
that is a
Yes.
method that will be
It's a
used.
class. We have to, that means that we'll understand classes slightly different, right? Classes, methods, functions are slightly different.
Okay.
This is a class. This is a class. That's why first we have to create an instance of the class. We have to create it. That I will tell you later.
Okay.
Don't worry. So if you are already having the idea about object-oriented programming, well and good, you can understand it. Otherwise, because it is a class. So being it is a class, first of all, we have to create an instance of the class, and then we are having the methods will be there. Model.fit, model dot, which is going to be predict. All these are going to be the methods associated with the whatever this particular class is there.
Okay.
Min-max scale is not it's not a class, it's a function. Being it is a function, you can directly call the function directly. You need not to create any instance of the class.
Okay. And second thing, like, yeah, you mentioned we need the Python
Mm,
just to use it. So,
mm,
like example, when we are trying to, create a better application, the big
mm,
application. So,
mm.
at our end to maintain that, to call that, so will we be using the OOPS concepts just to arrange the code for ourselves to call these methods, to call these functions? So, will that level be achieved or it's not
Yes.
required? Will
Yes,
that be?
it's
Okay.
not, I don't say that it is not required, but
Okay.
it is not mandatory.
Okay.
Okay. So both the ways we can do with the help of anyhow, Python is an object oriented. So up to the scope, that means whenever we are implementing, so obviously you know that, right? So different people will write the codes in a different ways.
Okay.
Okay. So some people what they will do is for some implementation, they require some functionalities are required. So they will write all the functions individually. Some people what they will do is they will define a class.
Yes.
Inside the class, they will define some functions. They will define all the functions, whatever they required, all the functions, they will define all the functions, whatever they required. That means instead of working individually, so advantage of class is directly with the help of the class object name dot, we can say. That means with one single name, you can, that means only just to make the application to be simplified.
Yes,
So
yes,
instead of remembering, so up to that level, it's not a higher level, which is going to be object oriented concept. It is just a basics of how to create a class, how to create a constructor. Only just that basic level of object oriented is sufficient for our implementation.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, hope you can understand it. Instead of remembering four names, if they define all the four functions inside the class, directly what the user can do is with the help of that particular class name, they can easily, if they remember that just a class name, sufficient. Remaining, I don't require to remember them. Okay, fine.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, right.
So,
Guys.
Vamsi, I have a question.
Yes, please.
So, like, Couple of things. First
Yes,
thing
sure.
is like you said like math is not completely needed. It means like we just have to understand, right?
Mm,
But
mm,
like generally in the interviews
mm,
when we give an interview for the data science roles,
mm,
they focus on like, hey, like can you derive this formula? Can you
mm,
tell me like how this is getting generated? So they're asking some math calculations to prove that how those formulas were derived. So
mm.
like performing some integration or something. So will that be covered in this course or like how like
Yep.
if not, how can I really get there?
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, see, the thing is, everyone, we know that everyone we have learned this maths and all these things little bit. See, who has done the engineering also hardly in the first year or maximum once you move towards the engineering background, we don't have importance of the math. That means I'm not saying that we don't use a math. Obviously, everywhere maths will be used, but specifically math subjects will not be there. One or two subjects we have to write in our engineering, maximum in 10 plus 2. For some people, at least I can say that 4 5 years back they have worked on maths. Maybe for some people, if you are having an experience of 10 years, means just imagine that it will almost all 10 plus another 5 years if we take it. At least 10 15 years back, you learned those particular maths. So it does not matter because generally 80% to 90% of interviewers, they don't ask anything. Say maybe they ask you here is, for example, like yesterday I just given some example. So maybe they will ask you, can you calculate the entropy of, which is going to be, there are some entropy when the number of samples are, let us say 20 samples, 12 samples belong to one class and 8 samples belong to one class. Can you calculate entropy of 12 comma 8 samples? You need not to answer that. That means how much is answer, you need not to you need not to answer that, but only formulating. Like for example, 12 by 20 multiplied by logarithmic value of 12 minus, actually minus 12 by 20 minus of 8 by 20 multiplied by logarithmic value of 8 by 20. Okay, so just you have to show this formulation, only this formulation. No one, even I also don't know what is answer for this, because I don't know what is the calculation of logarithmic value of 12 by 20, isn't it? So only just the formulations only we have to show them. Maybe some people will ask about what that kind of a formulations they may ask you. Beyond that, not that much level of like whether they will be that will be something like huge maths will be there, or tell me the formulation. For example, if you go to neural network, they don't ask you to show what is going to be the there is something called as an back propagation will be there. So tell me how the back propagation, just you have to tell the back propagation formula. Formula means the formulation, how it will work. So in the case of back propagation, what we are going to do is we have something called as an derivatives, we have to use it, partial derivatives. Okay, something like a chain rules. Obviously, derivatives is one of the toughest topic in maths, right? Everyone everyone is generally in the 10 plus 2 standard, derivatives are not that much easy. Derivatives, trigonometry, almost all half of the portion will be covered by these two topics only. So they may not ask you up to that much level of that, but they may ask you like, can you explain like how the derivatives will follow up, like how the back propagation derivatives concept is going to be going on. So I will teach those particular mathematical concepts. Without that, we cannot go for the implementation. But in the case, if you want to learn a little bit more about them, there are some which is going to be the sites are there. So I recommend at that time, I will tell you what are the different type of math, these all these things I'll tell you. So there is something called as an math is fun. So if you just go to the math is fun, here we can find out a lot of different types of the mathematical options, what we can find out. So here we have something called as an calculus option is there. So in the calculus, we want to use derivatives. We don't use integrations. So derivatives and integrations are both are quite opposite of that, right? So differential calculus, integral calculus. So integrations. So when some small pieces are connected, so how the performance, how the function is working, that is going to be integration. Differential is nothing but when a large piece is splitted into small pieces, then it is going to be. So differential calculus we go for. So here we are going to learn something. So we are having a lot of things are there. I will explain you some basic things, how to find the minimum and maximum of a mathematical equation, how it will be there. So that can be some extended from your side if you want to learn a little bit more about that. Okay,
Got it.
fine.
No, because like recently I found like they were asking about like deriving the uniform distribution formula and all is where like I encountered. So just thought of checking on that.
It's generally they should not ask it, because see, data science is a little bit about, see, in the case, if that is a case, generally all these software professionals cannot learn it, but it's good to know. I'll tell you what are the things we have to. We also use this. What is that uniform distribution? We have a different type of distributions are there. So I'll give you some guidance regarding that. So if it is possible, you can just learn what is different type of distributions will be there. So that also will work with some library called as a NumPy library will be there. In the NumPy library, we can find out all that particular. So at least if we can generally, even in our school days, I think from school syllabus, they removed that, I think so. Earlier it was there, but now from the school syllabus and college syllabus, they removed all that distribution concepts and all these things. We used to face a lot of issue in that. But nowadays it was not there. Just we can learn it, depending on that. Just if it is a little bit idea, if you know, at least you need not to learn all the distributions, at least one or two distributions. If you learn, it's sufficient with that. But it's
Yeah,
not
got
like
it.
your maths, that much maths level, no one can learn it, especially only whenever he was from any mathematical, when he does do say bachelor's in maths or any master's in maths, then only they can do that. Otherwise, normal people can't do that maths.
Got it.
Okay.
And like in this course, do we cover any optimization models? At
Yes,
least
yes.
the basics?
Yes. Optimization models, we have to learn it. At machine learning, we are going to do that, and even in our deep learning model. So just what to say that? That means which type of optimization techniques you are talking about?
Pareto optimality,
We
Pareto
will.
frontier model.
I have to just check it out. Which level? That means you are talking only about model performance optimization. You are talking about.
No, like Pareto frontier is a optimization model to kind of like blended objectives.
Okay, I'll just check it out. But whose optimization you are doing that? What optimization you are doing there?
So like I'm working at Amazon, so
Uh,
while making a decision of from where to ship it, we have
mm,
multiple factors. So we don't want to take a biased decision based on like shipping it via cheapest cost or shipping it via shortest route. We want to
mm,
get a balanced score
okay.
based on what we want and then take a decision instead of compromising or bias taking a biased decision.
I have to check it out. Maybe I have never heard about that, but we'll see them. What type of optimization you are talking about? But I have to confirm that. We'll discuss about that later. If
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
sure.
possible, we'll
Okay.
do that. Right? Okay.
And like, do you do any projects on regression and time series?
Yeah, regression and time series, we do that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fine. Right. Okay. So questions are coming up, guys. So just give me just a 15-20 minutes of time. So let me finish off from my side. After that, we can do that. So today I'm going to just want to give a guide. That means just a roadmap to our data science. So we splitted this into two modules, guys. One is nothing but your data science. Obviously, what we call it as our data science, and the other one is generative AI. So tomorrow I'll give you the introduction regarding generative AI, just like how yesterday given on the first class I have given data science. So I'll just give you about generative. Actually, I didn't given about generative. Actually, I didn't given the introduction of data science actually. So if you can observe carefully, slowly we are doing them. So last class I said that first machine learning, but after that I said that we have to learn some mathematical techniques. So after that we have to use something called as a machine learning. So these are all together is going to make a data science. So data science is all about various techniques, methodologies, systems, algorithms, processings to finally to get some insights from the data. In that, machine learning is also one of the technique only. Machine learning is also part of your data science only, I guess. Okay. So coming to the course curriculum, guys, I will share one PDF file tomorrow, maximum tomorrow after explaining with generative AI. So what are the main core concepts in data science? Let me explain the concept here, guys. So first, we are going to start with something about, obviously, to learn this data science concept, to implement this data science, better to say that not learning, to implement the data science. For example, just now I told you about min-max scaling or a decision tree, something like that. Obviously, we require Python. So first we'll start our training program with Python, guys. First, initially, maximum by Monday or something like that, I'll start with Python. So some of you nowadays, 80% of the people is now aware about Python, guys. So, but again, from my side, and remaining 20% people who do not have any idea about Python, don't worry. It's very easy to learn, very easy to use also. So I'm going to teach you Python. Don't think that Python means again we have to spend, maybe some of you have spent 3 months, 4 months to learn. That much level is not required. Hardly 2 to 2.5 weeks, guys. Hardly it is going to be 2 to 2.5 weeks. You require some Python, maximum 2 weeks, maybe another, which is going to be maybe somewhere around 14, 15 days. I can say that 2 to 2.5 weeks it will take, guys. So there are 6, 7 concepts will be there, guys. Only those topics. That too, it is a core Python. I can say that even it is not an advanced Python also. It is completely core Python. It is there. Okay. Some other side. Sir, we want to learn. We don't want to restrict our knowledge with core Python. Sir, we want to learn a little bit. Some people says that. Sir, otherwise, some people says that, sir, we already have a knowledge of core Python. I just want to learn a little bit advanced Python. We want to learn it. So for that, what is our solution here is, we are going to give you, that means as a complimentary who joined for this data science course. So we are giving some kind of a pre-recorded videos for, which is nothing but for advanced Python, guys. It is advanced Python videos. We are going to give you an extra videos for you, which will be around 170 plus videos are there, guys. In that 170 plus videos, anyhow, my core Python is already covered. The 170 videos, core Python topics are also there. Plus, along with some advanced Python videos also will be there. This will be given some access on some platform. I will tell you that platform later. So advanced Python videos, normally this will costing you around 5,000. Normally the DURGASOFT will cost you around 5,000, but we are going to give you at a free of cost for the guys, for the learners who registered for this data science course. So this is additionally you are going to get in, guys, but this will be given 180 days, which is going to be access for you. Yes, absolutely. It is going to be 170 plus videos are there. So, but this will be from this is from the course. That means not for course commencement. Once the batch starts, maybe in the next week or something, we'll get the access. Immediately, we don't get the access. Generally, I'll tell you, because there is a small procedure is there. I'll tell you all the procedure first of all, maybe after a couple of classes. So from that, whatever the starting date, this is going to be 180 days. It is going to be 180 days is going to be the accessibility for you guys. Within that 180 days, you have to complete if you want to complete. And even in that 170 plus videos, more than 100 plus videos will be for core Python only. That 70 plus videos will be there. If you can identify that after completion of my Python course, my recommendation is, instead of starting from the first class, after completion of the my Python classes of 2 to 2.5 weeks, 2 to 2.5 weeks classes will be completed. After that, you can just verify which topics has been got covered. So from that particular remaining topics, you can learn from this particular Python videos, but not mandatory. It is just a suggestive for you. If you want to learn, you can learn it. Otherwise, leave it. No worries. So that is first thing what we are going to connect with core Python concepts. Next, second one. So as a data, that means everyone learns data, everyone learn Python, but their Python is not towards data science, right? So some people learn data science for some different purpose. Okay, so that's the reason that means from our perspective, who want to learn data science, there are some prerequisites are there, guys. One is a library called as NumPy. So stands for numerical Python. The next one is nothing but it's a pandas and one more library called as polars. These are the two libraries we require. And fourth one is we are having a couple of libraries called as it's a matplotlib. We have something called as it's a polars, guys, not polars, it's polars, right? Polars, polars, pandas. Everything is available online, guys. You can verify NumPy, numpy.org, pandas, yesterday shown you, polars.org, matplotlib. We have something called as Seaborn. We have something called as what is the other one? PyPlot. Sorry, not PyPlot, Plotly. It is going to be nothing but it is going to be Plotly, guys. Yeah. it is going to be plotly. So plotly, not plotly. It is going to be plotly, guys. So like this, we are having something called as the different types of which is going to be the libraries what we are going to be having them. So first of all, as a prerequisite, first of all, we have to learn these basic libraries. We have to first of all study them. And these are all related to data science only, guys. Don't think that there are only something like a prerequisites. Normal people won't learn these topics generally, guys. Maybe in some Python courses, some trainers are teaching, but they will teach only up to the basic level. But we have to learn completely, guys, because we want to dive a little bit deeper into these particular concepts. Okay, so pandas level, we are going to use more. Okay, polars, matplotlib, cbon, plotly, all these libraries, we have to just do a deep dive into those particular concepts here, guys. These are some of the prerequisites, and these are all part of our data science prerequisites, guys. So after that, we are going to start with machine learning. So first, we are going to start with something called as a machine learning, guys. In this machine learning, we are going to learn different types of learnings, guys. So there is something called as yesterday, just an example, if sometimes somewhere if you see in the documentations, something called as an supervised learning, unsupervised learnings. These are all going to be different types of learnings will be there. We are going to learn all this kind of a supervised learning, unsupervised learning, end-to-end projects. Okay, pipelining, how to create your pipelines in our ML projects. Okay, optimization techniques of ML algorithms. All these are going to be a different concepts of which is going to be some kind of a machine learning and all these things. We are going to be working with that. This will take some time, guys, because almost all 1 month, more than 1 month, this machine learning topic will be there. And after that, we are having another next main important concept is deep learning, guys. It is going to be a deep learning topic is there. So just how I'm balancing them, you can understand them. So in between data science and this generative AI, there is some common concept is there. Previously, what we used to do, we used to conduct some separate training for both of them. So in that cases, what we used to do is we have to teach them here and there, both we have to teach that basics. But here we are combining both of them. So deep learning is going to be required. In deep learning also, guys, there are some neural networks will be there. So we have to study what are going to be neural networks. So different types of neural networks, we are going to study them. We have something called as an ANN, CNN, RNN, basic. Apart from so many are there. But basically, we are going to learn these different types of neural networks, which stand for artificial neural networks. We have a convolution neural networks, and we have something called as then recurrent neural networks. So these are going to be some of the neural networks that also will take a little bit time because very interesting topics. Tomorrow, I'll just give you an idea about what we are going to do them and all these things I'll tell you in the tomorrow's class. And after the deep learning, so then we are having something called as an NLP will be there, guys. So NLP stands for which is going to be natural language processing. There are some techniques will be there, guys. So there are some going to be some embedding techniques will be there. We have to learn such kind of an embedding techniques. Like we have something called as an what we can say bag of words. We have shortcuts. We call it as bag of words. We have something called as an n-gram representations. And apart from that, what we can see, so many are there, guys. We are having something called as an word to vec. If we just verify, guys, we can see all these things actually. These are a little bit interesting. Natural language, because everything we are going to work with our words. Mostly we are going to work with textual data mostly, not with numbers. Machine learning, deep learning, mostly we work with numbers. Whereas when you move to NLP, everything is going to be works with something called as an word. See, you can see words. So normal words will be there, word to vec, what we are going to call it as. So these are going to be some of the things what we are going to work with this. And apart from that, it's not going to be that much. We don't go deeper into them. There are going to be, so these are the main topics, guys. These are the main topics which we are going to cover up them, guys. So core Python, NumPy, pandas, and all these things as a prerequisites. So it is going to be prerequisites, guys. The main concepts are going to be machine learning, deep learning, and NLPs. These are going to be some of the applications. So application wise, we have different scenarios. We are going to discuss them, guys. Chatbot development, all these things we are going to do that. But nowadays chatbots has been, we can remove them, guys, because earlier we used to, that's the reason. So previously we used to do a chatbot application. How we used to do that? We used to train the model, but now in the place of chatbots development, we replaced them. So we have a GPT models are there, or we have some other which is going to be pre-trained models are there. So once you move towards NLP, everything is going to be replaced with some kind of a pre-trained models. We are going to do that. So apart from that, some miscellaneous topics, not it's going to be mandatory to learn, but a little bit. Obviously, cloud is also required, guys. So miscellaneous topic I'm talking about, because we have to deploy these models into cloud, deployment into the cloud, guys, and some of the cloud services from Amazon like SageMaker. So something like that. We are going to learn a little bit miscellaneous topics of cloud. We are going to learn, guys, with the help of AWS SageMaker or something. We have to work with that. And a little bit of, not mandatory, a little bit of which is going to be some kind of an big data systems. No, we are not going to going into deep into them. Just a little bit idea we are going to discuss about that. And even there is another language which is similar to Python, which will help you to perform some data science task, is R language. So instead of restricting your knowledge with only with the Python, just a little bit exploration. We don't spend that much time on that also, guys. And a little bit of sometimes a kind of a dashboard reportings. We are also going to learn something about the Power BI. Power BI is a data visualization software, whereas the same data visualization we'll do with the help of Python, with the help of Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly libraries. These are also used for visualization purpose only. And Power BI is also used for visualization purpose. But these are Python libraries. Power BI is a tool directly where we can create the dashboard reports very easily. We can create them. That is what we practically we can say about this particular tool. These are all miscellaneous. Hardly they will take somewhere around 5, maybe hardly 7 to or 8 to 10 days it will take in, guys. We'll complete of all that miscellaneous topics. Cloud deployment and all these things are important. These remaining are going to be not that much important. Just a miscellaneous topics what we are going to cover up them, guys. But that anyhow, this we have to cover up them depending on our availability, time, and all these things constraints. So how much extend I'll teach the R language. So instead of extending for 1 week of time, 3-4 days I want to complete of big data at 3-4 days, Power BI 3-4 days. We don't. Normal Power BI class is 3 months. But in your class, it is only 3 days because we already are aware about data visualization. You can explore them. You can learn it, guys. You can learn Power BI tool by yourself only. Why? Because you will learn all the visualization techniques in the Matplotlib libraries in the Python. In the Python, we'll cover 10 days, guys. 10 days at least we are going to cover up this particular Matplotlib libraries. We'll show all the skills or what are the skills that are required for data visualization. Yesterday, I shown you one example also now, guys. So I didn't some other class, not your class batch in your class, but something I have shown you. So how the data visualizations I have done there with the help of, it is necessary, but you need not to require more and more about that. Basic to intermediate level of data visualization is required there, guys. Okay. So that is all about something about this. This is not your complete course, guys. This is not your complete course. This is only related to our data science. Now there is going to be generative AI course is there. So that Gen AI course, which I'm going to discuss about this one. So for Gen AI, again, all this will be repeated. But again, I don't require, because all these topics you are going to cover up there. So there is going to be only the generative AI. So that additional topics are going to be there that we have to learn additionally. Yes. So that generative AI concepts, I will explain. First of all, what is generative AI? I'll explain it tomorrow. And after that, I will also explain about what is the content of generative AI. And I have an Excel sheet with me, Excel sheet or PDF file with me. So I'll share that particular complete PDF file with you so that you can get a complete idea about the course curriculum you are going to get to know, guys. Okay. And coming to this course mainly, guys, day-to-day recording session will be given to you, guys. So apart from this Python videos I'm talking about. So this Python videos, I have a separate platform was there. So I'll tell you that particular platform. I'll tell you there is a small procedure is there. Apart from the day-to-day recording videos, guys. So for your, which is going to be, because obviously you know that right, online, it's a lot of technical issues will be there. So day to day, there is going to be some recording sessions will be there, that will be given. It's not any pre-recording. It's going to be live recording classes only. Okay. So these will be given through the Google Drive access only. They will be given. You can't download it. We can watch them. As I said that, right, it is going to be 6 months accessibility after the completion of your training program. From the completion of your training program, it is going to be for 6 months. So day-to-day recording sessions will be given. Live recording session will be given.
Are these downloadable? We
Not
can
download,
download.
not downloadable.
Okay.
Okay. So day-to-day recording sessions will be there. And apart from that, yesterday also somebody they have been asked about that. Sir, is it a live coding? Absolutely live coding classes. All that whatever that generally I'll use as IPVNB files. So IPVNB files are going to be the codes where we are going to write it, and some PDF files also. Some PDF files, whatever I write it here, all these PDF files also I'm going to share it with you through the Google Drive only. We are going to get the access. Okay. Once you registered for the course, you will get the access from the Google Drive, guys. Okay.
Sir, for generative AI also we'll be using IPYNB or
No.
Pi?
That's we are going to use a different. That is
Oh, okay.
completely. We are going to use VS Code. We are going to use it. There also I'll
Okay,
use as
sir.
IPVNB files only, but there are not like an individual IPVNB files. They don't work. Okay, so there we have to require some other kind of encodings, other total folders. That is also going to be there, but you are going to get a complete folders we are going to get like this. So if we see this, it is going to be batch 7 a.m. folder is there. So in that we have a multiple files are there. Here also IPVNB files only. Okay, but along with that, some other txt files, maybe some other pdf files, some app.py file, some kind of an .env files. All these are going to become as a folder we are going to get, like, because we are going to do some kind of a projects and all these things we do it, right? So we'll get some kind of a different, which is going to be, we are going to get in a different way. Okay, fine. There we use as VS Code. Here also you can start using VS Code. VS Code is also comfortable, guys. You can also VS Code. Both I will show you which one is comfortable for you. You can use that one. I don't have a problem with that. And a little bit of Git and GitHub also. That also will be included, because maybe I will check it out. If it is possible, I will upload the files, all my files to the GitHub. From the GitHub, you have to download them. Okay, that is one task I will do that. So instead of giving some Google Drive or something, I will give it to the GitHub. From the GitHub, you can download, because you will also come to know about what is that Git and GitHub environments also will come to know about for some of you, because who are working professional, they knows that what is Git and GitHub importance. But for freshers and all these things, they don't have any idea about what is Git and GitHubs. So they will also get to know about what is that environment, because in real time you have to use those environments mandatory. Everyone has to use them. Okay, so that's it. Tomorrow I will give you some idea about Gen AI, and after that I will give you a complete the roadmap for that Gen AI applications. Also, I'll give you a complete idea about that. So with that, we can stop it with our demo sessions. And anyhow, our backend team is also going to share you the recording videos. The whatever the last 2 classes recording videos are there. If anyone wants, I will share you guys. Just give me a second of time. Just give me a second. Right.
And what will be the duration of each class? Is it like 1 hour or
1
2
hour.
hours?
It's 1 hour. 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
It's 1 hour. And I think all of you have maybe you will get the link, guys. Anyhow, you will also get some kind of an mail, a follow-up mail, we'll call it as. So just anyhow, our backend team is also going to share you in the case if you can't wait for them. So I'm sharing these videos here, guys. So just save the link. Okay, so this link will why? Because the demo videos are available in YouTube. The demo videos, not regular classes. It is going to be demo videos only. So just give me a second. So these are the videos, guys. So last 2 classes videos has been there. So it is on 22nd of September and 3rd of September. So there have been yesterday they have been uploaded, and 1 day back. So they have been, even today's class, tomorrow's class also, they will be available. So please make a note of this link, guys. So just save the link whenever you require. Our backend team is also going to share this link to you guys. Okay, fine. So anyhow, yeah, I just want to take some few questions from your side. I think some questions already came. Both will do, Kishore. Depends on that. We'll check it out. Depending on that availability and depending on that, we'll do that. Using SageMaker, what we are going to do is like Kishore, right? Kishore, it's not Sage, it's not only with the SageMaker, even we are going to do that. I'll show you the mechanism, like what are the different ways are there. So we'll see them and I'll show you those particular deployments, what we are going to do that. Okay, fine. So yes, Nishant, stats and maths, I shown you, right? So you have to, I will teach them. If you want, you can just explore a little bit more on that also. You should be at least. So because what is the definition of a data scientist is you can say that a statistician who is better at programmatical skills or computer skills when it compared with a software professional, and who is better at maths. Who is better at maths compared with which is going to be, that means whenever you compare with statisticians, they are good at computer skills when you compare with the statisticians, because statisticians are good at maths. These computer people are good at computer skills. So an intermediate, a combination of statistician and a computer professional, both will make as a data science expert you are going to become there. So a little bit knowledge obviously is going to be gets required. GitHub access, it is my personal GitHub only, so you can access lifetime. GitHub is from my side, so you can access from, it's not from 3 months or some this month. I'm going to give the complete access for you, GitHub. Okay, fine.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's just an out of syllabus question. Like, can you please tell me, like, which has more coding comparatively between DevOps and data science?
DevOps and data science. I think
Yeah.
actually compare with that means compare with the other technologies. If you talk about them, both of them are going to be, they have a minimal coding will be there. Both of them.
Okay, so DevOps and data science have minimal coding,
Minimal
right?
coding, but among these two, data science will have a little bit less coding.
Oh, okay.
Little bit less, but comparatively both similar, looks like similar only. But there we have to write something a little bit different. We have to write it. Here it is a little bit different. We have to write it.
So
That's
we
it.
have like DevOps classes in DurgaSoft, right?
Yes, I think so. It will be there. You can just go to
Okay.
on the DurgaSoft
Yeah,
online
sure,
and you
sure,
can
sure.
check it out once.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Fine. Okay. Yes. Yes, guys. Yeah.
Just a second. For the DevOps, there also Python is the main language.
I think so. I was
Okay.
not into that, but it's a Python. I think so. It's a
Okay.
Python and some other, which is going to be maybe some other frameworks may be there, but maximum they also uses the Python only.
Sir,
Yes,
I
yes,
have one
please.
question.
Yes, please.
So what all topics are we going to cover in LangGraph, LangChain, and so are we going to cover agentic AI?
In GenAI applications. That is related to GenAI, right? So in the tomorrow's class, I'm going to give you about GenAI applications.
Okay.
Okay, maximum we'll use that one only. LangChain, LangGraph, only those only we are going to be using there. So if you can just I'll show you once, just not for mandatory. So here just I have in some class batch 7 a.m. it is going on. So maximum I'll use those only. So completely the LangChain, only those things only I will be using there. So mostly we are going to depend on those particular LangChain, LangGraph,
Will be
LangServe.
creating we going to agentic AI and creating agents as well?
Agents also we do that, but not mostly. That means not going to in depth about that. But we are also going to use that the NA10 for the platform for our agentic AI.
sir, after course completion, we get material, sir.
You will get materials. Soft copy
Videos.
materials will get it.
Get it. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
So this is the platform which we are going to use it for the what we can see for this agentic AI. Okay.
Vamsi, as you mentioned earlier, can you share the math links where we can learn the
Math is
statistics
fun.
and all the basics before?
Right now, don't learn anything about that because you don't know which one you want to learn. So unnecessary time wasting. So whenever a topic comes, I have some various links are there. So I'll share the links later. So, but one link I will share it. Don't use it now itself. It's not, immediately it is not necessary. So we'll follow some, which is going to be some blocks because we don't have any proper these textbooks and we don't have any proper materials for them. So this is one blog is there. So this is, as I said, that data science is all about explaining the past and predicting the future. So we have all that, whatever the networks and all these things, the models basically, and all the EDA, what we call it as exploratory data analysis and all these things we'll use. So only theoretically. So I'll tell you, like, for example, if I talk about decision tree. So what is exactly decision tree? So what is the math behind them? If you try to study now itself, you can't understand them. So leave it for the timing. So time to time, whenever it is required, I'm going to give you all that particular links and all these things I'll share with you so that you can learn at that instant of time, because relevance will be there at that time instead of learning now
Got it.
itself. Okay, this see,
Got it.
all this math to math, number to number calculations will be there. Okay, that's
Oh,
the case.
got it.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, guys, any more questions if you have? So
Uh,
tomorrow
quick
maybe
question.
the last, yes,
Vamsi,
please. Yes,
the
please.
curriculum also mentioned about big data analytics and using
Mhm.
Apache Spark. So are we going to spend sessions
Not,
on that as well?
you will spend the time, but not that much because these are all some
Okay.
kind of miscellaneous. But I'll use as something called as the Databricks Community Edition. I'll use this, and just I will show you, but not like in live class. I'm not going to show you. Just I'll explain the concept and just whatever the code that is already there. Just I'll run the code and I'll show you the application.
Okay.
Because that
Thank
is
you.
also one platform, good platform. This Databricks also, there are into the almost, I think they are in the second place, I think so. After OpenAI, they are in the second place. Databricks in the AI field, they are in the second place. They are doing a lot of work on AI and all these things they are doing. So just an idea, like how we are going to be gets working. So I'll show you that examples. Even they are also working on that particular models and all these things. We'll use either here or there, anywhere you can use a generative AI or data science field where you want to use, you can use it. Okay.
Sir, Amit here.
Yes,
Yesterday
Amit.
you had mentioned there is no a specific certification regarding to data science and machine learning, but I was just checking through the people.
Microsoft is having one certification. I think basic level certification was there. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just checking yesterday, so I found that there is one Databricks certification as well. So can we go for it, or is it?
I have to check with that because these are all maybe they will. I will have to check the course curriculum once. What they are doing, what their certification is all about. I'll just check it out and I'll let you know about that once. What is the content? I have to verify that, and whether it really helpful for machine learning, because they are mostly into the data processing. They are into. Earlier I know that, but they are into data processing mainly. Nowadays they have came into AI field. I'll just check it out and let you know about that, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Even when I was checking, there was no content actually. They just mentioned about the fees and
I'll check it
the
out.
exam.
I'll just check it out once.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. So that's it for today's session, guys. Today I'll do that. I think there are some platforms are there, but specifically on machine learning, we don't have it. I think so, but I will just check it out. I think these are the resources, right? These are the certifications, accreditations are there, and ML engineer, there are going to be there. I'll just verify that. Okay. So I'll just verify that. And I'll update you for the tomorrow's class. Maybe not a higher level it is going to be, but I will just verify that because we can see only basic level only I can see them, but I will verify that and I'll let you know about for the tomorrow's class. Okay.
Okay.
Fine, guys. That's it for my today's class. Just for today, we'll stop it for here and I'll continue tomorrow. And as I already said that, so text me if you have any still having any doubts, if you want any further clarification. So tomorrow maximum will be the last demo session, guys. The free sessions will be completed by tomorrow. So I'm sharing my contact number here now. So I think already I said that I was not feeling well from the last couple of days. So even some of you have been messaging me, but I'll respond it. I'll try to respond. My mail ID and this is my contact number. So text me. We'll can maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I can try to respond with all of you. Okay, fine, guys. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with the same link, guys. Okay. Thanks all of you for today. We'll meet up tomorrow, guys.